Well, good morning, everyone. Today we're going to do pierogies. Don't run away. Really easy. We're going to do it in the food processor. Just a few ingredients. If you've ever done, pie dough. If you've ever done any kind of like cinnamon buns or biscuits or done anything with any dough, this is like easy peasy. There's no yeast involved. There's 1, 2, 3, there's just 4 items. So what we're going to do is going to be filled with mashed potatoes, the original pierogi recipe. It's mashed potatoes and cheddar cheese. So follow along with me. I think you're going to enjoy this. And then they know I've got the food processor out, so they're barking. And then hopefully I'm going to have enough time. I want to do an impossible coconut pie. Crustless, but it makes its own crust. So here we go. What I'm going to do, I know you see your squirrel too. There's squirrels out there. Okay, wait a minute, guys. We're going to fluff this flour and get it combined. I have 2 cups of flour, half a teaspoon of salt. I use a pink Himalayan. Okay, it's all right. Here I go. Boing. Okay, it's there. That's it. I don't know what it is with this food processor, but they've always been like that. And then the recipe says to add the egg, which we're going to add right now. And then we're going to pulse it again. Of course, the dogs are going to be barking. That's okay, right, guys? Yeah, it's all right. I still got that frog in my throat, too. Sinuses. I know. Okay, so take that off. It's well incorporated. Then we're going to put our cream cheese. The cream cheese is a half a cup. And just take it, don't dump it in all in one spot. Just kind of spread it around so it incorporates easier. And then we're taking 4 tablespoons of butter. And we're adding that to it. But I'm going to mix that up even before I add the butter. Not a great deal, just a little bit. Just so it, doesn't clump together. Here we go again, guys. I know. It keeps on coming out to the top. Okay, that's all we take. And now we're going to add our butter. Same thing, just a little bit around the bowl. Now, this is really good. You can put any filling your heart desires in this. Do a meat filling, a shrimp filling. You can even make a sweet, like apple or cherry or blueberry. This is a very versatile and forgiving dough. Very easy to work with. If you've never worked with dough before, start on this. You're going to like it. Now it's starting to come together. Okay, that should be all we need to fool with it. Oh yeah, see how it's clumpy? Nice and clumpy. So we're going to put it on a floured board here. Oh, darn, I didn't get my flour. Let me get my flour real quick. Sorry about that. We're just going to put it in a bowl. And then we're going to put it in the refrigerator and let it rest for, 30 minutes or so. And you can actually, if you don't want to do this today, you can leave this go for a couple of days, up to 48 hours. See, you don't think it's going to come together. It will. So just bring it together. See how that comes together? And once that hydrates in the refrigerator and rests, it's going to be really nice. You just stick it all together like that. And on your board, don't put very much flour, just a tablespoon or so. And then what we're going to do, once we form this ball, so put it in our little grease container. And I'll put one of those little bonnets on it. Actually, I'm going to form it in a disc So it'll be easier to roll out because it's going to be really cold coming out of that refrigerator. It's going to be hard. And we want it to be as pliable as we can without it overheating and getting too sticky on us. You know how dough is. There we go. Okay. I'm going to put it in here. Get a little bonnet for it so it doesn't dry out. And then we're going to stick it in the refrigerator. So here we go. So in the refrigerator it goes. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is the filling. This is how quick this is going to be, this meal. Okay, I took the potatoes. I took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 small potatoes and an onion. And what I'm going to do, I got my mixer out. I'm going to mix that up. First, I'm going to squash them down a little bit. We're going to mix this up. Then we're going to add the cheese to it. And we're going to let that cool down because we don't want to put a hot filling in a cold dough. That just won't work. So I'm trying to keep from messing up a lot of different dishes. So hold on a minute. Let me get the cheese. I want to keep my cheese cold too. Okay, so let's get our cheese in here. This is cheddar cheese. I'm sure you can put any cheese you want or none at all. There we go. So let's stir that around a little bit. The potatoes aren't hot. They're bathtub warm. And I didn't put any salt or anything like that because of the cheddar cheese. So we got half a teaspoon of that Himalayan pink salt in our dough. So you just want, kind of err on the side of caution when it comes to all the salt. So I'm just going to mix this up real quick. Sorry about the noise, guys. That's it. All she wrote. Put that outside. Oh yeah, that's fine. I didn't even peel these potatoes. That's how easy this is. And this is not a nice mixture. Let me put that in a bowl and you'll see what I'm talking about. My glasses keep wanting to fall off. Okay. So, I've been anxious to make this. I only made it one other time. And we actually had sausage. It was sausage and sweet potato as a filling, and it was really good. This is the base recipe, though. This is what they, when you talk about pierogies, this is what you're going to get. Let's put this to the side, and you can see how quick that came together. So we did the dough, and we did our filling. Everything's ready to go. And what? 9 minutes. So what we're going to do, I'm going to put this over toward the edge of the bowl because I want it to cool down while the dough is also in the refrigerator. So when they both come out, they're both going to be ready to go. And then it's just a matter of taking a 1 ounce scoop, well, rolling out our dough, of course, and then I'm going to take a cookie cutter. If you've ever made, rolled cookies, it's the same idea. We're going to take our cookie cutter and press out on the dough. Then we're going to take our ounce scoop, fill that up and seal it. And then all we're going to do is boil it in salted water take it out and drain it, and then you just saute it in a little bit of butter and sauteed onion, and that's your meal. So let me get this in the refrigerator. Let me put a little bonnet on it. As you know, I love my little bonnets. So put this in the refrigerator. And there you have it. There you have it. So with all of that, what we're going to do now, we're done with all of our equipment. I can clean up. And when in a half an hour, when that's ready to go, I'm starting with the fresh kitchen. I'm going to do that, and dinner's ready. So until that gets, everything gets chilled down, I'll see you when I bring that out of the refrigerator. I'll see you. Well, it's been 45 minutes. The only reason being is my internet went out yet again. So this time for a long time. So I've got the dough, the pierogi dough out. The mashed potato and cheddar combination is also out. And I've also got a pot of water coming to a simmer, as well as a frying pan with 4 tablespoons of butter and a medium onion diced in it. I'm going to turn this down, just bring it up to heat right now so it's not so long when we put them in the water bath. Once we form these, then we're going to put them on a tray. We're going to take them over here, and I'll bring you over here with me. And then we'll put them in the water. They're done when they float. So that depends on, the floating, the filling, the dough. And then once they float, they go right into the frying pan. They're done. So let me turn this off. Or at least down to like a simmer, low simmer. I don't want it to have to, take it all the way back up to temp. So let's get rid of that. Put a little bit of flour in our very, very cold dough now. Get that. What I might do is break that in half and just do half right now. So we don't need to do the whole thing. Just for purposes of learning how to do it, And I'll put it in a little baggie. I can do those later. Get a small bag. A little baggie. That way it'll stay nice and fresh, because it can go in the freezer for up to 4 months. Okay, so let's get this in some semblance of a circle again. And then we'll roll it out. They want it to be about 1/8 inch thick. And then we're going to cut it with a cookie cutter to about, they recommend a 2-inch circle. I've got 2 here that I'm going to work with. Oh yeah, that's pretty good dough. Cold, but good. It reminds me of the taco or the burritos the tacos that we made the other day, the tortillas. You don't necessarily have to have a circle with this, but it helps to maximize what you're getting out of it. Yeah, this will be easy. There you go. Don't be afraid to try new things. Because you never ever know unless you try. And I was so afraid of dough for so long. And it never failed whenever I tried to do something with dough. It just would never work. And then I just started playing with it. I didn't care whether I messed it up or not. And one day it just came to me. Okay, I think that's going to be thin enough. So we're going to go ahead and start this. Let me thin it out just a little bit more. See how it's not sticking to the silicone mat? Okay, so let's go ahead and give this a try. Oops. Okay, let me try the larger one. That's probably the one I want. Okay. So with our filling, go ahead and get our filling in there. Yeah, this is the one we want, guys. This one. Put your filling. And this is just mashed potatoes and cheddar cheese. And you can use any filling you want. You can use any cheese you want. But this is the actual pierogi filling. And when you order a pierogi, especially up in PA, you're going to get this filling. Okay, so now what we're going to do is take it. We're going to stretch it over with, see, take your thumb, bring it around like so, and pinch it like so. See? You want to pinch. Make sure your filling goes in there. Stuff it back in. You want to go back around. Pinch it tight because you don't want it to come open. Some people actually take this and take a fork around the edge. And there you go. Let's try this again. Bring it out a little bit more. There we go. Bring it up. Bring it around. Seal it. See? Just like that. Not difficult at all. Just get a feel for it. There you go. See? There you go. I'll do a few of these. I'm not going to make you stick around while I do all of them. And I'll make them. Here we go. See? Do a couple more. Let's bring it out. Now it's warming up a little bit. I don't want it to get too warm though. Then it'll be too pliable. So you want to work a little bit fast. Get in there. There we go. See? That's all there is to it. Not rocket science. There we go. How's that? Make it pretty on the edges. There you go. Okay. What I'll do is I'll go ahead and finish these, and when they're ready to go. Well, I'm back, and it's been 3 hours since you and I last spoke. I've got my water boiling. The Blue Stream people were here. I had no internet, so my pierogies have been sitting in the refrigerator parked all this time. I have no idea how they're going to be coming out. So we're going to give this a try. My water's boiling. I'm going to turn it down to a simmer. Once I put those in there, you're going to tell if they're done if they float to the top. And in my skillet, excuse me, I've got a frog in my throat. In my skillet, I have 4 tablespoons of butter and a medium onion. And that's on medium low right now. I'm going to turn it up. Excuse me. So let's get this started. This has been like a crazy day. Let's get these in here. They don't want you to have any more than 10 in here at a time. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Let me turn this up because I really dropped the water temperature. So I'll turn that up on high and get my butter and my onions off the flame for right now anyway. So I take, okay, they're cooking down a little bit. Okay, let me move that over. Okay, so I don't know what happened there either. I don't know if my internet went out again while I was just filming this, but I don't know where we are with this. I've got the first batch out of the water. They did float, and they're in the skillet right now, and 4 tablespoons of butter and a diced medium onion. They smell fantastic, by the way. But I've had to hold this butter for so long, I have no clue as to how this is going to come out. But they do look pretty good, and they smell really good. There we go. I don't want them to get too dark. That's why I'm fooling around with them a lot. So the Blue Stream guy that was here doing my internet, he's from Pennsylvania, and he asked me, well, what kind of pierogies are you making? He said, what's your stuffing? And I said, mashed potatoes and cheddar. He said, that's what they have. So he was familiar with what we were doing here. Okay, let's get these out of here. And my others, I think they're starting to come to the top. I think this butter was a little bit too dark. It had to stay in the pan too long, on and off, on and off. I'm just so hoping that this works with my internet. It's caused so many problems with filming, especially. Never mind everything else it's caused. Okay. Let's check our pierogies here. And they're floating. So they're ready to go as well. I wanted this so much to go really smooth for you, because this is such an easy dish to make. There we go. Hue in the pan seems to be better, so let's get that off the heat. And we'll bring that over here. Let's see what we got. Can you see? Let's turn that around. Now, okay, here we go. Well, they look good, huh? I still think the butter's a little bit too brown, though. Let's taste one of these, shall we? You can see it. There you go. How's that? They're hot, but they're good. I'm surprised. I didn't think they would taste that good. Not that I didn't think they would taste good before all this happened. I knew they would taste good, but not after what they've been through. These were made fresh. Then they wound up in the refrigerator. And then they came out here. And then they went into a pan that wasn't the best of a situation with the butter. But they seem to be doing pretty good. Okay. So, there you have it. Sorry for the all the issues that we had with this meal. But I just may do it over. So until I see you in a little bit. Um, I'll finish this up and we'll talk. Okay, well, we've come to the end of another recipe. And I must admit, I'm glad that we've come to the end of this recipe. It has been a day. I started this morning, and I lost my internet for a long, long time. So by the time I had rolled out the dough and had made the filling, and then ended up having to put it in the refrigerator, both the complete pierogies, prior to putting them in the boiling water and then sauteing them in their butter and diced onion. I'm surprised they turned out at all. But believe it or not, they did. They're really pretty good. Um, all these are just little dumplings. If you can do any kind of dough, like if you make your own pie dough, if you make biscuits, cookies, any of those things, you can make these. And you can make them either, this is the original recipe, which is mashed potato and cheddar cheese. I've had in the past, years ago, it was sweet potato and sausage. So you can also make these with, a sweet filling, apples, blueberries, all that. These originated through the Poles that came over from Poland, back around the turn of the 19th century, to work in the mines. And this is what they took for their lunch. But it's all over Pennsylvania. It's just a very common dish. Actually, the gentleman that works for Blue Stream, he did ask me when he found out I was doing the program. He said, "What kind of filling do you have?" And I said, "Mashed potatoes and cheddar cheese." He said, "Oh yes, that's the original filling for pierogies." So I'm going to go ahead and call it a day. I need to feed. Hi, Andy. I need to feed little Andy and Rosie. They've gone through more than I have. It always upsets them when people are here for an extended period of time like that, and them having to be locked in the bedroom. So yeah, I'm going to take care of them. So I just want to say thank you for visiting today. Not every day is perfect, I guess. We all have our bumps to go through. And this was a bumpy one, but I'll be all right tomorrow. It's all right now, really. What do I have to complain about, Um, just remember, be kind to one another. Take care of yourself, your friends, your family, and your loved ones. And please, check in on your neighbors, because you never know when someone needs you behind closed doors. With that, I'm going to say goodbye.